rank 1. Let's go. To reach rank 1?
41 matches and 6 hours of gameplay to get to rank 1.
What's up, guys?
You know what? I can do that too. This SDS season, the map is Central Garden, and the captain skills are Flash of Steel, Headlong Rush, and a Droid Captain. The glaring feature of this map is the 2x2 grid of forest tiles, dead center on the battlefield, hence the name Central Garden. Obviously, infantry and cavalry units are not going to have a fun time, but in classic IS fashion, they released a skill that would absolutely trivialize this map. Guidance 4. Mobility is the most important thing in Fire Emblem, not just heroes, so I knew I needed this skill. So I got myself a Tana and slapped Guidance 4 on my Spring Sonya. And with that taken care of, it was time to cook up some teams. My first team features Duocrom with Headlong Rush and AoE Brave Seliph, who's supported by Valoria. Edelgard swapped Seliph to extend our attack range. Then, with Hit and Run and Kanto, Seliph can easily traverse back to Edelgard's far save range. Next up, in my opinion, is the strongest team out of all 4. Ninja Camilla's the captain, and with Headlong Rush, she'll have no issues getting in and out. If that wasn't enough, I have Legendary Veronica and Alm, supported by Bridal Catria, to absolutely nuke anything that stands in front of me. Yeah, it was to be expected that this team got banned the most. This next team is by far the most fun to use. Initially, I had Legendary Azura instead of Rearmed Tana, just so I could have the bonus unit. Unfortunately, and I guess thankfully, I lost my first match pretty quickly, so I was able to immediately swap out Azura for Tana. And let me tell you, Guidance 4 and AoE Brave Alm on this map is a disgusting combination. Duo Asker charges up everyone's special, including for Mortis, who can warp in and swap Alm just outside the forest. With Headlong Rush, Alm is able to bypass the forest terrain and use the combination of Close Call and Kanto to retreat to safety. Last but certainly not least is my Celica team. I've opted for my usual Infinite Miracle build. Harmonic Sonya with Guidance 4 enables Celica and Duma to get in there and really pressure my opponents instantly. If there was one weakness this team had, it would be a lack of null damage reduction. Oh boy, I can't wait to play some What is that? Are you serious right now? Surely they'll give me the win, right? They already have max glory. They gain absolutely nothing from this. They're playing this match out, aren't they? Well, no one said this would be easy, but this is most certainly an unfortunate start.
I will not allow it.
Because of how hopeless this situation is, I'm fighting for any amount of damage I can dish out. Unfortunately, Mortis' Nightmare takes away my Celica's action.
Felicitations.
A song of blessing.
Just getting started.
To protect those I hold dear.
Face the future.
Well, this match was an absolute disaster. Let's just hope the next one goes a little bit more in my favor.
Allow it.
As petals fall.
Alright, it's time for redemption. The win streak starts now.
Do your best.
As both of us are shuffling our units around, my opponent repositions Alear, who's able to charge right through the forest tiles. And I make the grave mistake of underestimating Alear's bulk. Even with Special Spiral 4, my Chrom misses the kill on Alear by 4 HP. While I had the chance, I should have just killed the Matthew with my Seliph. That way, I could have at least whittled down the Alear. Because of my mistake, I lose my Seliph.
Grant me strength.
Do I still not measure up?
Now, I'm forced to play catch-up.
I'll watch
I've got
over
2
you.
self-refreshers in Chrom and Ninian, but as long as my opponent keeps pulling back their Alear, I'm forced to go deep into enemy territory where
Please, be
Yoon
careful.
and Shez are ready to destroy anyone that comes too close. Things are not looking too bright for me. Now this, I did not expect.
I've done all I can.
At this point, I'm just trying to salvage whatever points I can get. But ever since my Seliph died, this match was pretty much already decided. Alear and Shez both have charge and can outmaneuver me no matter what I do.
Not very thoughtful.
Well, looks like the win streak doesn't start with this match. My first 2 battles of the season are both losses. That really demoralizes me. Perhaps I need to go see a therapist.
I'll put you in your place.
I can stand no longer.
12 seconds later.
Talk to me, Patrick. What's troubling you? I just don't get it. Why am I so bad at the Godsword matchup? At this rate, I'm not going to reach rank 1. Oh, don't say that. You've only played 2 matches. Yeah, and 2 more matches until I can't play anymore. There's got to be something I can do. Sounds like you're approaching this the wrong way. Why don't you just spend some money? Oh no, there is no way in hell am I going to spend money just to get rank 1 in this game mode. Then why play? Clearly this game mode isn't meant for you. What with all the max invested teams running around? Wait, say that line again. That line again. You're exactly right. I don't have to play the game. I'm not following. Good, because I'm going back home. Let me explain myself. In Summoner Duel Survival, you're able to see your current standing within the range of 49 other players. What that means for me is that all I have to do is refresh the leaderboards to see if anyone below or above me is playing this game mode. That way, I have a pretty good chance of queuing against someone with less favor and hopefully less skill than me. This is probably the dumbest way to metagame Summoner Duels, but I was desperate here. Anyways, let's see if this actually worked. Alright, let's see if I can finally redeem myself. Using my new strategy of refreshing the leaderboards every 2 minutes, hopefully I have an easy match here.
Love overflowing.
I'll watch over you.
Right off the bat, I take control of the entire zone, barring one tile that Ash is standing on. If you weren't already convinced that Guidance 4 was the best skill to have for Summoner Duels, then stick around for a while, cause we are about to get our first win. As we watch the matches play out, I'll explain how I think when playing Summoner Duels, specifically Summoner Duels S. The first piece of advice I can give is to understand what kind of savior unit is on each of your opponent's teams. For instance, this team has an Ascended Fjorm, who is 99% of the time running Farsave, just because of Ice Mirror. To counter that, I can bring my duo Crawl, who eats Fjorms for breakfast. On the flip side, I'm confident that my opponent thought that my Edelgard was a near save, which led to them bringing Summer Claude alongside Duo Dogger, who honestly would have done fine against my team if my Edelgard was a near save. The fact that they just haphazardly attacked into my Edelgard like this makes me believe they weren't expecting that. One of my best friends, who also loves Fire Emblem, told me that an RPG stands out from other games by having team building as a key game mechanic. Summoner Duels S is no different. Understanding what kind of savior unit you and your opponent have during or even before the match can help you decide how you want to play it out. Alright everybody, you guys ready to see me win this match in 2 seconds? And just like that, it's too easy. Okay, yeah, that was a free win, but hey, after the first match I had, I think I'm deserving of some free glory. Anyways, you might have noticed that my opponent's captain is yet another Godsword, but unfortunately, I had no choice. During the veto phase, 2 of the other teams had Alear and Lucia respectively as their captains. I just had to choose the least of 3 evils. And did you guys see that right there? Duma just moved 3 spaces to kill Robin. That's the beauty of Guidance 4. It allows your save armor to be a player phase threat, which is really interesting to say the least.
Enjoy yourselves.
Without the grand strategy buff from Robin, my opponent's team has become incredibly neutered. Byleth, who thankfully doesn't have a lot of merges, can't even take out Duma. So now, I'm free to take whatever kills I can. To say the least, this match is a wrap. Also, this exact lethal is the reason why merges matter in Summoner duels.
It's over. You caught me.
A song of blessing.
Allow me to demonstrate.
And now, you know we had to do it to him. Spread your wings, Raphael. Oh no. It's her. Ascendant Tiki is a speed demon, and I already know my Celica cannot double her. But she can't get doubled back, so I at least have that going for me. However, just the presence of Tiki herself has forced me to change up my opening on the spot, and play a lot more passively than I would have liked.
Love overflowing.
Time is not my friend right now. I need to make sure that all these debuffs my opponent is throwing at my Celica aren't enough to get her killed by Tiki.
Spring stirs.
Because of Spring Triandra, I am forced to pop my duo skill in order to cleanse Celica of all these stupid debuffs. If you're curious as to why, Triandra granted faux penalty doubler to Tiki, and yeah, I'm not taking that risk. I try to do at least some chip damage to Tiki, but it's just not enough. Miraculously, my Celica is able to kill the Asker, which both me and my opponent probably didn't expect. I think I have an opening now.
Felicitations.
Alm is with me.
Things are getting intense. Because Tiki is far away from her allies, she's not getting enough speed to double my Celica, which forces her to pull back. But I can't get too complacent. Yoon and Triandra are still on the field, and I have to be extra careful of those debuffs. It also doesn't help that the Tiki has charge. One wrong move and Celica is dead.
As petals fall.
But somehow Celica has enough speed to double Tiki. Miracle lets her survive the counterattack, but unfortunately Tiki also has Miracle.
Alm is with me.
My opponent ends their turn for the first move, but the Chad Eliwood gets the kill. After the mental gymnastics I just went through, I was banking on a free win next. But of course, I get queued up with someone who has plus 10 copies of my favorite units. God, this is so painful. Considering the fact I have absolutely nothing that can take out their Duma, let alone even dent him, it's pretty obvious what the outcome will be.
A song of blessing.
Leave this to me. Not yet.
Well, I've only got one life left, but we don't give up. Let's keep our heads high and stay analytical. First thing I notice, my opponent has no counter to bonus doubler. The lack of lull skills on all of their nukes guarantee that Duma survives at least one combat, maybe two. Therefore, I can position aggressively. Instead of killing Shez, I recover Duma's HP,
Duma.
so he can survive another round of combat. I can afford to do this because there's nothing my opponent can do to pull back Shez without sacrificing a different unit to Elior.
Love overflowing.
Thanks to Aegis, Duma is able to mitigate a significant amount of damage. And with Guidance 4, he is able to warp in and kill Lind. Not only that, but he proceeds to survive Veronica all in the same turn. What a monster. And all of this is because of Guidance 4, as Duma can initiate combat to charge up his Aegis special to 1 cooldown against a retaliatory attack.
Happy
New Year.
Playtime's over, Sonia.
Holy balls, you've got to be kidding me. Not again! Well, we only got one shot at this. Team, let's give it our all. We are not letting this rank 1 player deny us of what we rightfully deserve.
Got some for ya. Enjoy.
A song of blessing.
Okay. I don't know exactly why they threw Chrom in there, because now I can revenge kill with Celica and get an extra captain point. Oh, how the tables have turned. My opponent lost a major piece in Chrom, and my Celica is still alive. In fact, Duma was the most expendable unit on my team. Wait a minute, guys. I think we actually have a shot at this. Because I've only killed with my captain, I'm ahead by 2 points. But that leaves me in an awkward situation. I have to play Keep Away, but my opponent has Seliph. And I'm just praying that he doesn't have enough speed to double Celica. Moment of truth, and yes! Guys, rank 1 is in our reach.
May this land prosper!
Alright, I'm not taking any chances. I'm body blocking with Raphael. Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
Blink even worse.
As petals fall. The new year.
Closes in.
May this land prosper!
And just like that, we preserve the win streak. Rank 1, here we come. Oh hey, would you look at that? We finally get to use my Camilla team. And looks like my opponent also summoned on the Hero Rises banner. But that's no concern, because my team has way better mobility than theirs, and I'm not just talking about me having Bridal Catria. I think now is a good time to discuss positional assist in Summoner Duels. Now, let me preface with this. Reposition is by far the best assist skill in Fae, but what makes it so good? Well, it offers the most tile movement that keeps your teammates close together and can be used offensively or defensively. However, the main difference between all other game modes and Summoner Duels is that each side takes turns moving their units. There's no true player phase or enemy phase, and thus there's rarely any luxury of attacking with one unit and then immediately repositioning them back to safety with another unit. The majority of teams want to keep everyone close together, but reposition essentially moves the target 2 spaces. This can be good for just getting units into the zone, or assuming an aggressive position, but more often than not, a unit will just get displaced 1 too many spaces away from the team. So that leaves me with the next piece of advice. Add more variety to your team's assist skills. Not everyone has to run reposition. In fact, I highly advise against that. Consider positionals like swap or drawback to make very small adjustments to your team's formation and keep everyone close together. The strongest support effects and skills in this game require your units to be near each other. So experiment. Try out whatever combination of assist skills can give you the best opening and mobility throughout the entire match.
One day, I hoped.
I will see this through.
not an option.
They found me.
Deep breaths, everybody. We just need to win 2 more matches. We got this. You might be surprised, but I'm not scared of these cav lines. Celica has more than enough speed to survive all of these units, and Guidance 4 simply provides more flexibility than Duo Dogger and Brave Seliph. While it may not have as much reach, on this map, it certainly doesn't give a lot of room to work with.
Lament your fate.
I will protect everyone.
Here we are. Will my last opponent deny me of rank 1? Or will we come out victorious and earn ourselves the Golden Fae Trophy? Well, judging by their team, I'd say we got this in the bag. But you know me, gotta put some suspense into the final battle. Well, enough blathering from me. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Love.
And strength. It's the day of devotion. I'm excited.
Lose and I'll hex you.
And so, Patrick finally reached his goal of achieving rank 1 in Summoner Duel's survival. Now, he will no longer have to summon for meta units and can keep his orb stats safe for his favorites. But will the glory that comes with the title of rank 1 persist in Patrick's psyche? Or will he let it go and retire from this god-forsaken game mode? Only time can tell, but if one thing is for certain, Patrick will wear that Golden Fae Trophy with the utmost pride.